Yo, what is up, guys? It is Spartan D, and we are back with some sort of convaleria. I started recording this, and I mean, you see it. You know how long? You know how long I've been waiting for this. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. I finally got a freaking weapon for Barrel, bro. It's been so long, man. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, good lord. I've been holding out. Oh my goodness. You just make sure people know what happened here today. Seriously. Thank you for this freaking event. Oh my gosh, bro. So yeah, Brawl Elysium Feast is active now. As you can see, I haven't touched the fates. I left these alone specifically because I wanted to make sure that it was known that it was here. The shop's going to look a lot different than this, mainly because I've already taken out the trinket. I've taken out the two legendary weapons. The weapon I got before that was Void. What are they called? Those daggers. The best in slot for Cole. The weapon that you get if you spent money on her event and got the premium version of it, that's what you get. I'll show it up in a bit. But I also got the radiant powder. You get 200,000 of it, which is a hefty amount. It's a pretty good amount. I actually love that you get that much in there. But you also get these legendary turrets, which is like huge for people like starting out. I'm not sure exactly when you get access to the event, but if you just have immediate access, like you only have to go through like I don't like chapter 2 or 3 or something like that, and you have access to the event, which I imagine is like around where you unlock it. That's huge because you can just get the trinket. Okay, which you don't unlock till like much later, but you'll have it, right? But then you have the weapons. You have 2 chances to get a really good weapon for one of your units, and then you have 10 chances to get something really good for your turret slot, right? So all in all, it's like really huge. And then you get a Castalia as well. You only get one, which is like a bit unfortunate. It would have been nice if they gave us like 2 or 3. I would have really appreciated that, but like 1 is still good. It's better than nothing. But all around, you should be able to clear this event just fine. I would say you don't really need to you don't need to do a crap ton for this to be like noteworthy. As far as like priority wise, this is on a back burner. I have to say it's on a back burner mainly because of the fact of how long this event goes on for. Nearly a month that you have time to farm this event, meaning you do your usual stuff, okay? You take care of that, and then whatever else you leave it here, but you just make sure that you save at least 40 for your extra rewards, okay? Save at least 40 for your extra rewards. And the reason you want to do that is you get a heck of a lot more. So depending on what it is your bonus is and percentage, like plus 40%, I wouldn't bother with doing this. Like if you don't have the max amount, if you don't have all the event characters here, I would say to just not do this quick deploy at all. Don't even like bother with the sweep until you have like all of this maxed out, or whatever the max is that you have for your account. Just do that, because otherwise you're just going to be missing out on rewards if you sweep. Now if you just simply go into the event itself and play, you get the max rewards. You'll see there's a difference here. When I tried the sweep, it was just 40%, but here you get the full amount. So if you're able to just run through this, if you can do it manually and you feel like it's not taking up too much time, then go ahead and do that. But Otherwise, I would just say to simply do what you can. And again, like, there's really no... It's not like there's a rush for this. You just do whatever it is that you're able to do. The rest of it, you just leave it as it is. It's not really a big problem as you see. I have level 45 units at this stage. Well, technically level 46. So I don't really have to worry about this at all. They're going to tear through this event. It doesn't matter. Like, they're just going to completely destroy this. Right? So, by the time this is done, they're really dead. She hits it. She gets hit. Doesn't matter. She can do a follow-up. And we're done. And this is the amount that you would get without the extra rewards, with the max amount that you can possibly have, which is 1,040. At least that's my max. I don't know if there's more that you can get. It doesn't seem like there's a limit. As long as you have like the 5, then it goes up further. But I have 160, right? So with extra rewards, this is double. So it's 2,080 a run. But 1,040 a run is actually pretty good for 20 stamina. I'm actually pretty pleased that it's only 20. Any more than that, and I would say like there's even less incentive to actually even do this like repetitively. So it's not as egregious as I thought it would be, and I haven't even run through like any of my luck site stamina refreshes yet. So I have quite a bit that I can do, that I'm going to do, but I generally just farm the normal stuff, which is the star trials and everything else, to boost up my talents, to get more stats and all of that. This isn't my main priority, is what I'm saying, and it really shouldn't be a main priority for anybody else. You really don't need to force clear this out, because you're gonna, if you do, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna be sitting on like at least like 2 to 3 weeks of just not being able to use this currency on anything other than like this here. And I mean, that's just a complete waste of your resources and your stamina. So I would say, depending on what it is that you have available to you, it determines what it is that you prioritize here. Like if you don't have these issues in, you know, figuring out whether or not you'll be able to clear out the shop, then you can just get what you want out of here, knowing that you're going to get everything. Otherwise, I would say you prioritize the fates, then the Castalia, the trinket, the weapon, the the turrets, especially the radiant powder and the turret essence, mainly because it's going to help you push your account further. So it's actually very important that you grab that. Leave this epic turret alone. You don't ever want to grab that, especially when you have access to this. This is just fodder. It's no reason to grab that. Unnamed star glows and the star spikes, those are good enough to grab. You really don't need to grab star particles. That's like the lowest priority. Legendary radiant ore, that's like midway priority. You still need it, it's just that it's not as necessary to grab. The Watcher upgrade material box is going to help you a lot if you summon for Gloria, or you got Ada, or just any of your Watchers in general. This is going to help you out because you get quite a bit from here. So this is on the higher end of priority, next to the platinum and the gold ranks, the silver ranks. The common experience, again, that's super low priority. Elysium coin is like mid priority. It's mainly just what do you need at the moment, and you should grab that to help you push through the event further. If you're a new player, if you're like midway, you know what you need at that point. So this isn't really for you as much, but I've already listed the main ones that are priority. You probably already grabbed them by this point, and then the vets, you already know what it is. You just need to grab the whales and everything else. So that pretty much covers the event. you are able to do the quest for it at later dates. In about 2 days, you're able to access a bit more of these here, so you'll have access to these extra cakes, and it's a good amount, but it's not like anything groundbreaking at that, so you can just take your time with it. It's not like a big ordeal if you're not able to grab these. It's really just you just need to take your time with it, that's all. You only have access to the first 5 acts with the days release, the event. So yeah, you just wait 2 days. I imagine it's going to be in 2-day increments, just based off of this here. It could be longer, but I would it would be safe to assume, I'd imagine, that it's in 2-day increments. So that's pretty much the event. Hopefully you guys have gotten what you wanted. If you did summon for Ada, congratulations if you pulled her. If not, I would say don't burn all of your luck sight, please don't. You need to make sure that you have a healthy amount of luck sight as a free-to-play player, because you honestly do not get that much. It's really just like a grind, and you're gonna feel it when you don't have the necessary amount of luck sight to push through the story and get your characters as strong as they are. And I already see like a lot of players who have like pretty much bricked their accounts simply because they haven't properly managed their luck sight, right? If you're a light spender, you can kind of circumvent that, so it's not really an issue. But for everyone else, you probably would want to make sure that you save a good amount of luck sight. What's a good amount of luck sight? I said like around 3,000. 3,000's healthy enough. Like it's enough to where you feel comfortable spending on, you know, luck sight or whatever else that you need to push your account further at the moment in time that you think will help you get to that next level and be able to 3-star into like weaponry trial, like a level 50 or something like that. Otherwise, I would say it's pretty much, there's not much else that you would want to prioritize with your your luck sight beyond that. And, you know, summoning when you know that you can guarantee something. You know, maybe you try your hand like every now and again, because the summoning system for the game is very generous. It allows you to hold pity on all banners. It stays there, so you have to make sure that you're mindful of that when you do your summoning, because it'll show you here like it's guaranteed. I've already gotten Ada, so that reset for me, and it reset here as well, because I haven't done any summons since then, right? But it's the same for every banner. You see it, it's the same for every banner, so just make sure, if you weren't mindful of that before, that you are now, right? The weapon banner is completely different. Nobody should be summoning on this thing. There's not even a guarantee or a rate up for this. Nobody should ever be touching that, right? But these are things that I already covered before, so it's just a simple reminder not to go too crazy. Like if you really like Ada, then hopefully you saved your luck sight, like I said in a few videos back. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. Mainly because Simona's coming up next, and she's okay. She'll be good at the time. She's really good at like freezing opponents and then, you know, pushing them. So if you have that strategy where you bait in the enemy to come to a ledge or something, like in PvP, she's gonna be mainly like a PvP unit. And then beyond that, she's gonna be like utility / support DPS. Like she's gonna be a sub DPS. Unfortunately, like as time passes, it's going to become more and more apparent that she's that. Ada, on the other hand, is really, really good. She's just going to be good for a long time. So it's safe to have grabbed her, or if you grab Gloria, one or the other or both, you're good. And you just need to wait for Sophia, August, and Coco. And then there was another unit as well that you need to look out for. But beyond that, there's no reason for you to be summoning at all. Not even for like Cole. It's not worth it. Like if you got her, awesome. If you didn't get her, it's all right. You'll get her later. You'll definitely get her later. It's not worth it summoning here. And if you did and you're happy, then that's all that matters. As long as you got the character that you want to play with, like a Nungle. I don't know when they're gonna have a raid up for Nurgle, but there's Garcia as well. I would say like if you're going to summon on these type of banners, at least make sure it's something like this. So if you don't get the like the one that you want, at the very least the other one is like just as good, if not better. So it doesn't, you know, hurt as much. Like it lessens the blow, because like here Nungle's like, she's pretty darn good and she's gonna stay good for a while, but Garcia is not like as good. It's like what she needs to like get moving and activated, it's not worth it, I would say. So yeah, I've done enough rambling, and I'll leave you guys with that pretty much. So feel free to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff, and I will see you all in the next video.